What's going on, guys? Today I'm going to do an oil change on my 2500 HD. We're going to install a Fumoto valve, which is going to make the additional oil changes that I do on this thing a whole lot easier. So if you're not familiar with what a Fumoto valve is, it's got a little lever on it. So what it is you install this where your existing drain plug is, and then this allows you to take that off, and then you lift this up and you turn it. Hard to do one-handed holding the camera, but you turn this and it's going to allow you to take and drain out of right here. Now, as you see, this has a little nipple on it, and what I can do is put a hose. I've got some 3/8 silicone right here, and this will take and it'll pop right onto here, and then we can drain this into a bucket or a container. We're using Rotella T6 15W30 as a motor oil. I've got some brake cleaner to clean up after myself. We're going to install this Fumoto valve in here. This requires 15 foot-pounds of torque. So I've got the torque wrench right here set up and ready to go with that. This uses a 17 millimeter, or you could also use a little hex to go in there if you wanted. 17 millimeter, that'll go right on there. And then I've got a 15 millimeter somewhere, and it fell off. But a 15 millimeter that will take the existing drain plug out, and then we'll obviously change the filter, put new oil in, and I bought this little funnel that you can mold to try to get up underneath where the existing filter is to see if we can't stop some of the oil that just wants to fall all over the frame. Obviously got some cleaning wipes here, and anyway, let's get started on this. Good. You can see right here, 17 millimeter. And we'll just tighten that down to 15 foot-pounds. Give this a quick little wipe. Take a little of that oil. This does have a rubber O-ring on it. So what I'm going to do is just kind of go ahead and there's probably enough around that. I'm going to put a little bit of oil around that to keep that seal from wanting to bind up. And then it also actually has another one on the inside. It doesn't say anything about adding a little bit of oil to that, but we're going to do that anyway. So we're going to rub around on the inside there. So I think we're ready to get this thing installed. I think if we just kind of put it to where this faces that way, we'll be okay. I'm just going to start out with a standard wrench, get it tight like that, and then I'm going to switch over to the torque wrench. Switched over to the torque wrench, I got it powered on, and we're at upside down 15 foot-pounds, which is what this is supposed to be torqued to. So let's see. That's 15 foot-pounds. Boy, it sure doesn't feel like much, but that's what it says. So to kind of give you guys an example of what this does, you simply pull up on this here and then open it, and you can see that it's draining out. And then when it's time to close it, you simply go like that. It falls into that little groove there, and it really can't move. They give you this little clip thing that you can install. It just fits like that, and it keeps it to where this is not going to take and come up accidentally. That's pretty good there. I'm going to take and test the torque one more time. Make sure that the torque wrench is on. 15 foot-pounds. A little bit of brake cleaner on everything. That way, if for some reason I see that I got a lot of oil and stuff caked here, I know that it's from the oil change and something's not quite tight. Alrighty, I am back. I did turn the key on to see how many miles we have. I always like to write that on the oil filter. Still got a little bit draining out, but I think we're okay. We're going to come up here, kind of clean off the surface a little bit, make sure that the old gasket's not on there. Got our filter that's pre-oiled, not pre-filled, but we got that gasket there. We go hand tight with it. These things are still a little greasy, but we're gonna try to see if we can't get a good grip on it. Just for a little extra on there, I'm gonna grab it and give it about a quarter turn. Give everything there a good clean. Well, it's kind of pointless because that just, usually I use a paint pen when I'm putting mileage and the date on those things. So let's take and move to the top and we'll start filling that oil up. And then we've got all this used oil we got to do something with. The reason I'm installing this Fumoto valve here is I've got a plan on my next oil change that I think you guys are going to really like. Yeah, it should make these oil changes a whole lot cleaner and faster. Anyway, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up and the notification bell. That way when I post that video, you guys will be able to see it. All right, guys, we're done up underneath the truck. So we're gonna take and we're gonna move to the top here. We're gonna get the oil put in the truck, check the levels and give it a start, make sure we got oil pressure. And then we're gonna take and write it down in our logbook that we did the oil change today. So. Oil cap on, dipstick down, that's all good. So everything looks good. So we're pretty well complete with the oil change. Now we just got to clean up. That beside it on one end, I don't know, I'll put this oil filter on the other end. Maybe that'll keep it from wanting to tip over. This little thing worked great on that oil filter. Before it used to be a huge messy operation, but boy, this sure did make it a whole lot simpler. Next oil change is going to be a whole lot faster and cleaner because we got that Fumoto valve installed. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks.